My beloved son, my beloved daughter, today I want you to stop everything for a moment and listen carefully. Do not be distracted by the noises around you, your worries or tasks. Just listen. This is my voice calling you. You are nearing the end of another year, and I know exactly how you feel. I know because I have been with you every step of the way. This year brought struggles, tears, and moments when the weight of the world seemed overwhelming. There were nights when you tried to sleep, but your heart was so restless that rest seemed impossible. But listen closely. On each of those nights, I was by your side. Perhaps you didn't notice, but on the days when your eyes were filled with tears, so were mine. I saw when it seemed your strength was running out, when you wondered if you could go on. I saw the exhaustion, the fear, and even those questions that arose in your heart. Has God forgotten me? Is He still with me? Today, before this year ends, I want you to know this deeply. I have never abandoned you, not for a single moment. Every tear you shed, I kept. Every prayer you made, I heard. Every silence that came from the depths of your soul, I understood. Nothing went unnoticed. I know that many of you began the year full of expectations. Perhaps you were hoping for radical changes, quick answers, or that long-awaited victory that seemed so close. Perhaps you believed it would be the year of healing, but the diagnosis persisted and brought frustration. Maybe you dreamed of reconciliation, but that important relationship still seems far from any solution. I know all of this. I know about the loss you faced, the loneliness that reached you in unexpected moments, the fear that tried to dominate your hearts. I know, my children, I have always known. But there is something you need to hear now. Nothing in your life was in vain. Every challenge you faced, every tear you shed, it all forms part of my plan of love for you. I waste nothing. What you see as suffering, I see as a process of refining. What seems like defeat to you, for me is the beginning of something greater. You were shaped in the tribulations, and that is what I want you to reflect on now. Looking back, you may see the difficulties as great stones blocking the path, but I see those stones differently. I see them as tools I used to mold you, to transform your hearts. When you faced difficult people at work, in relationships, or even within your family, I was teaching you forgiveness, patience, and meekness. When financial problems knocked on your door, when resources seemed insufficient, I was showing you that I am the provider, not the circumstances around you. Children, have you seen how the potter molds the clay? He presses, turns, cuts, and sometimes even breaks parts of the vessel to remake it. This may seem painful, but it is necessary. You are the clay in my hands. Do not reject the process you went through this year. It was necessary. Every pressure you felt, every moment you felt directionless was part of my plan to transform you into something even more beautiful, stronger, and more useful. I know many of you now look at the calendar and think, there are only a few days left in the year and nothing has changed. But remember, my timing is not the same as yours. My promises never fail. Even when you think I am late, remember Abraham waited years to see the promise of a son fulfilled. Joseph was sold into slavery, humiliated, and spent years in prison before being exalted as governor. They too may have thought things were taking too long, but I am never late. I am the Lord of time, and everything I do is perfect. So trust the process and the timing of my hands. Every delay, every trial has prepared you for what's next. My promises are not bound by time, and they will come to pass. Step forward with faith. The masterpiece I'm creating in you is unfolding.